really want to see what happens if I can just dedicate myself to my goals for 6 months, what that will look like.
You know you're a real one. Pull up when the shift done. Roll out, let me feel some.
Good morning. Happy June by the time you're watching this. I have a really fun video planned for us because we're doing kind of an older school video. I had unintentionally did a June plan with me when I went to Florida. We did a road trip down to Tampa, and so I was in the car for a while, and like I said, unintentionally did a plan with me for June. I kind of just prepped and planned some things for where I want to go, where I want to focus, some changes that are happening this month, and I really just like dove into it because I had nothing else to do but just stare at the road. I love these videos. I used to do these all the time, and they really did keep me on track, and it's something I've lost over the past few years. So I think that, who knows, maybe we can keep doing these in the future, but I just know I'm in the right headspace right now to do a June plan with me, so I thought I would share it with you guys. Some things that we're going to do in this video are some intentions and monthly takeaways from my previous month, where I want to focus on this month, my new priorities, kind of shifting my priorities for the mid-year. I always love to do a mid-year reset. I feel like it's another new year for me, so I get really excited. I want to end the year right, and I just get really motivated. My fitness, my career, all of that. I did a life audit in a recent vlog of mine, so I really dove deep into different parts of my wellness, really kind of just figured out what I wanted to do to improve on those little aspects of my life. I do want to talk about kind of a channel reshift here in the next little bit. Yeah, I think it'll be a fun video to do with you guys. But before we dive in, I do want to say a huge shout out to our sponsor, Factor. You guys know by now what Factor is. They are amazing, and they have saved us countless of times because they provide healthy meals, never frozen. They're super fresh. They're super convenient. You're getting whole quality meals. They have really fun and fresh new recipes too that they provide every month, and some new products. Like I know that they have wellness shots now. They have really yummy protein shakes. They have a variety of different dietary options. I personally love the Chef's Choice just because you get like really good meals and you kind of get a little bit of everything, but they have things for vegetarians. They have like keto, a protein plus. There's an array of different dietary options. You just pop them in the microwave for 2 minutes and you have yourself a really healthy, fresh meal. It's really substantial, but yet it's very healthy. The recipes make them taste really tasty. It's not like a traditional, healthy, bland meal. Like it's fulfilling, it's really yummy, and like I said, they've saved us a countless number of times. When we were in the NICU specifically, I remember just eating Factor all the time because if we didn't have Factor, we would have been living off hospital food. So it's just a really good option for people on the go. If you don't have time, there's no mess, like you can just eat it from the carton. So it's just a really good fulfilling option for meals, and it helps you keep your diet on track, and it makes you not have to cook or clean, which comes with wanting to be healthier. So I think it's a really good option if you're looking for something to help you with meal prep or meal delivery to make your life a little bit easier. I will link them down below. If you just go to factor75.com and use the promo code Renee50, you'll get 50% off of your first Factor box, but they're also giving you guys an extra 20% off your next month of order. Huge shout out to them for sponsoring today's video. We love Factor in this household. You guys know we literally devour them when we get our box in. So some new monthly intentions that I have for myself and just kind of takeaways from the last, I would say, 6 months. I've realized I do a lot of things, especially when it comes to my career, to make other people happy, and that's just like a recipe for disaster because eventually you'll burn out, eventually you're not going to have fun, and you're not doing things for the right reasons. I really want to focus on just being myself and not trying to be another person or be what someone else wants me to be. I just want to be simply me, especially with social media and the presence of social media. Like, you compare yourself a lot, you do what you think everyone else is doing, like everyone's doing it. Like, you can see there's repetition throughout social media all the time, and it's like, why don't you just be your unique self, you know? And I've kind of strayed from that, thinking I have to be a certain way online especially, or produce certain content, and it's not me. So I really want to focus on just finding myself again and kind of just zoning into who I am as a person. I kind of strayed also because I became a mother, and any first-time mother knows it takes 2 years for you to kind of like get back to yourself, if you will, because obviously like my priorities have shifted, and I am the sole provider of a little baby human. You've kind of put yourself on the back burner. I kind of strayed away from things that make me happy, and that comes with my career, that comes with being a mother. It's something I really want to focus on this last little bit of the year, because I want to like be confident in who I am, especially now that I'm turning 30. I'm like, I need to find out who I am and do things for myself and do things that genuinely make me happy, because when I'm happy and my cup is filled, I can fill other people's cups. Also, starting small and building up. Someone recently just told me that our generation, like, we want things right now all the time. And I make decisions like that. I go full force. When I want something, I want it now. The generations above us worked slowly for what they had, and sometimes I think we miss that because we look at what other people have and we're like, oh, I want that like tomorrow. It takes time and effort. Like, those people didn't get those things handed to them. They worked for them and they built that over time. And what makes you think you're any different? It makes it look easy because they're already there. But I just have realized that I'm okay with slowly building back up. Even when it comes to coming back to my channel, I sometimes just come in and I go really hard and I burn out. Or fitness, I go in and I think, oh, I can work out Monday through Friday like really hard like I used to, but I just had a baby. Like, my body's not the same, and so I can work my way up. Like, I just really want to focus and have that intention with me this month. Start slow, start small, and build my way up and watch it progress over time rather than thinking I need to have it there now. I also want to put in a lot of effort and hard work. I think sometimes we think our goals are easier than they really are. If they weren't as easy, everyone would be doing them. So when you have these high goals or dreams for yourself, not only do you want them now, but you think that you can get them because on paper, when you plan it out or when you visualize it, it looks so easy, or you see other people doing it and it looks like so easily attainable. But in reality, like, you have to put in that effort. Otherwise, everyone would have it. That's what makes them unique. When people have something that you don't want, or the general public doesn't have access to certain lifestyles or body shapes or whatever, is because it's a hard process. Like, you have to put in work, and that comes in relationships, that comes in career, that comes with being a mother. Like, you have to put in the work if you want the results of what that would bring to you. So I'm ready to put in the hard work. I'm ready to put in that effort and know that it's gonna take time. So those are my intentions. It's doing what makes me happy and just finding myself, building blocks and taking your time, starting slow, and putting in the work and effort and knowing that that work and effort is going to be part of the process. One of my goals is to figure out finances and my money. I have stopped budgeting for some reason. I used to budget all the time and have savings goals and kind of made spreadsheets for my spending, and I haven't done that. I can't even tell you, like, since last year maybe. I used to use Mint, but I know that Mint is no longer a thing, which is probably one of the excuses I have for not budgeting, because I'm like, I don't feel like finding another one. But I think what I'm going to do is just go on my Google Drive and create a sheet for my finances and start tracking again for this month of June, because there's no better time. It's like mid-year, perfect excuse to be like, oh, it feels fresh and new concept, right? So I'm gonna create a little Google sheet here, work on that, and see what we come up with.
I mean, there's like a lot of things. I'd probably start with,
I like the way she smiles. She got me staring for a while. Got me staring for a while. Yeah. Baby, it's our conversation. She's my favorite notification.
I made literally the most simple budget Excel sheet. I'm sitting here thinking like I need to make it all pretty, like color code it and all that, but again, that doesn't align with the intention that I just set for myself to take it slow. Like, it doesn't need to be completely what you think it needs to be right now. Like, as long as you just start slow, and we'll build our way up. So if I just focus on, you know, simplicity right now, I'll eventually grow this to what it needs to be as I go month by month, because I don't know what I need. I might add some things, I might organize them a little bit differently. I might have a month where I like focus on the look of it or whatever, but right now it just needs to be as simple as possible because we're just starting. So caught myself there, but here we go. Here's the budget. I just called it the finances and goals for the mid-year. I have the tab for June, and then I'll add every month. And if I can keep up with this and keep it consistent, put in the hard work, put in the effort, I think I'll be able to like really start implementing my financial goals. So I put a little section here for expenses. So this will just be like, let's say I went to Home Depot or something, but I made this little category drop down box, and it has all of the different categories for what I would put as the expense. So that one would probably be like household item, but I have housing, utilities, food, transportation, household items, personal clothing, entertainment, gifts, medical, debt, retirement, education, and savings. These are actually more so goals that I have for myself for later on, but right now I think I just want to focus on saving, and then once I have like a chunk of savings that I can actually implement into a retirement plan or, you know, an education plan for Bryson, that's when I will do that. And then the description will be kind of like a subcategory of whatever that is. So if it's a transportation and it's gas, or if it's home and it's the mortgage versus, you know, electricity or whatever. And then I have my saving, like where I'm starting at, I'm going to put my number here. My debt, I have a credit card that I need to pay off. I've actually never had to pay off a credit card, and I have been in that situation. So that is definitely a goal of mine, to pay off the little debt that I do have. Any goals that I have for if I want to save or whatever, and then plus or minus, like whatever these add up to, I'll put an equation here so it'll just pop up as like, oh, you saved $100, or you know, you spent more than you made, something like that. And then I have like financial goals for the month of June. I'll be specific with those. So it'll be more like, oh, save $1,000, or open a retirement plan, or, you know, pay off this medical debt, whatever it is. So simple, it's good. I like it. I think it's gonna keep me on track this month in a very simple way. Sometimes simple is better. Like when it gets a little extreme, especially when you're starting off so extreme, you're like, this is too much, I can't do it, because it wasn't part of your initial day-to-day routine, and so it just becomes very complicated. So that's the whole point and process of the intention behind starting small and just using your building blocks. And speaking of starting small and building blocks, definitely want to get my fitness back on track. So I've been kind of in and out with fitness, and I'm really not a fan too much of tracking things. Like I feel like overly tracking kind of defeats the purpose of taking action. It's more so like you're putting a lot of your effort into the tracking process and not really putting in forth the actual doing. But because I'm starting fresh and I'm starting small and I'm going to build up, I think it's important to have a plan. I think my mind right now is a little scatterbrained because I'm not as structured as I would like to be, but I need to find the balance between being structured and being simply structured. There's a difference. If I start going full force and like I said, going a little extreme right in the beginning, I'll fall out because it won't work. That's just not the right process. I'm trying my best to just do it as simple as possible, and I found this fitness planner journal that I really like. I will link it down below. It's from Amazon. So there's a lot of things in here that I probably won't be filling out, but what I do like is the week-to-week workout log and food tracker. This is the workout log. So it has like the Monday through Friday, the workout type. I really do want to be a jack of all trades when it comes to my fitness. I used to do a little bit of everything. Like I really want to focus on my runs again, and I want to track, you know, like the distance of my run, for example, and watch that progress. I'm probably not going to track my water. That's a little extreme. But I do want to do a food tracker too, because it'll help me eat better. I'm not really the best eater. Especially when I'm like going through things, I kind of forget or like don't eat properly, like full meals. But they also have a little habit tracker down here too, which I think is important. I've been back on my reading game, so maybe I'll put that in there. Yeah, I really like this layout here of this journal. So I'm excited to start working on that for a little mid-year pick-me-up. I want to work really hard. If I can just dedicate myself and actually do the things that I put out, I think I can do it. I just have to put in the effort, put in the work, and I just want to see what happens if I literally go full force, where that's going to lead me. And I really want to see what happens if I can just dedicate myself to my goals for 6 months, what that will look like at the end.
What happens if I lose my way with a compass and a map I made, looking for my shadow in the dark? What happens if I look for you with a compass and my tennis shoes and find you holding someone else's heart?
So I just wrote down my preferred time blocked schedule, and again, I used to not be a fan of time blocking because I feel like it adds a lot of stress and it doesn't require much room for wiggle. However, when we have a puppy and a toddler, it makes sense, and it's something that I strive when I do follow because of the chaos of everything. I don't lose track as much. I think writing these things down and like I said, simplifying them. I put in Arya's feed and like going out / walk schedule because she's a puppy and we are puppy training, potty training, whatever you call it. I have the perfect work schedule for me, like when Bryson needs to wake up, when we need to eat dinner, like just things like that to help us figure out the best optimal schedule to get everything done and in a timely manner. And again, kind of erase that decision fatigue where it becomes blurred. Like once it gets like a little all over the place, I get very stressed. That's really awesome. I also ended up putting out my little post-it note for the top 3 videos that I need to work on. I used to do this all the time, the 3 most important tasks, and again, it really simplifies it for you. Instead of focusing on like all this stuff, like you just really focus on the 3 most important ones for the day, and then you slowly cross those off, and eventually it just becomes like you get closer and closer to your goal without really feeling as stressed, which kind of relates back to my channel. So and my intention that I had set of just being myself and finding who I am and like what makes me happy. I think over the past few years with YouTube, I've really gotten into what I need to do, what's going to give me the best views, falling out of like my vibe. I'm just really haven't been connecting to YouTube at all, honestly, and I don't want that. I want to go back to feeling happy and inspired. Like I don't want to focus, even though it's my job and I should focus on the views and stuff, I want to focus on really creating content that I genuinely love and it makes me happy. That's something that I am completely done with, of just trying to be something that I'm really not. You guys know me, okay? I've been around for quite a while, and I think you know when I'm like not really being my full authentic self. I think the pressures of what YouTube has become in terms of like social media, but also what it's become in terms of my career and like my financial stability, and it's like how I'm providing for my family. I really felt a lot of pressure around performance instead of just the content itself, and I really want to like go back to like getting excited for, you know, certain shots and like music and not doing what everyone else is doing. I'm so sorry for falling down that road and that path. Like it just hasn't been working for me. Yeah, there's just a lot of weird thoughts when it comes to my career, and I just really want to do what makes me happy. I love structured videos. That's like what got me into YouTube. I love like the aesthetics of a video and making it cozy and, you know, sprinkling in a little bit of personal stuff. And I feel like I've been here many times in the past, but I really like, I'm done with trying to be something I'm not. And so that's like one of the reasons why I created that intention of just sticking true to who I am. I had a post-it note in here before everything happened, and I was really just getting back to being myself, and I'm excited for that. So yeah, I'm going to be doing like a lot of different content, different than what I was doing the past few years. It's going to be more so like what I was doing before, and then really focusing on like the quality of the content and posting things that you guys are going to get something out of. I'm so sick of posting things that are just like, I just don't like videos that don't have any sort of like takeaway for the viewer. I want to get back to that. And if I just stay true to myself, be myself, don't get stuck and caught up in numbers or other influencers or the way social media is going, like I feel like we can keep our little community safe here. There's also a few things that I need to get done in terms of my career this month. I would love to get my Instagram back on track. I'm so bad with Instagram, guys. I'm so bad. 1 Instagram post per week. If I can do 1 Instagram reel per week, again, we're starting small. I don't need to do like 3 a day or like keep up with the insanity of posting on Instagram. Just keep it simple. I need to do a like to know it. I think that's what it's called. And my Amazon shop has really gone downhill. So those are just more like some admin work that I have to do for my job. I have a new SSD card. I've been having issues with that, so I've got to get that figured out. So there's a few fun videos coming out. Obviously this one is the June plan with me. I'm doing a summer reading list. I bought all my books and I'm going to be reading again. I'm doing a 30-day challenge series for me personally, and I'm just going to vlog it in terms of just trying my best to be happy and kind of just cure all those like dark thoughts or like negative feelings I hate saying this word, but like depression, working on myself kind of thing. I feel like it's hard to say. But yeah, I'm excited. I have some really exciting and fun things planned for June. I feel really clean and refreshed. I have some things going on behind the scenes that are kind of working out in my life that are making me feel a little bit more excited for life, and I don't know how to explain it. I'll explain later, but I have some things that are going on that are like a breath of fresh air, to be quite honest. So all good things. I feel like I've got my head in the game. The fact that I want something again is really refreshing, and I have a goal, and I've really simplified it, which is really helping. Like simple when starting, and we can build our way up. I'm gonna go over my intentions one more time. Staying true to me, being myself, really just focusing on what makes me happy throughout all aspects of my life. Building blocks and starting small. Don't go too hard. Relax, chill, patience. Slow start, slow progress, and then we'll watch it grow. And then the effort and time, like put in that effort, put in that time, know that it requires that. Don't give up. That's gonna be pretty much sums up the month of June for me. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm turning 30. It's freaking insane. I hate that. We're not even saying it. We're not saying it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys all in a future video. Also posting every Sunday and Monday this month, so if there's any bonus videos, I'll keep you guys posted on my Instagram. So I will actually see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye.